What's up, Raiders? It's your boy, Groovinator here. And I want to talk about Terminator Dark Fate again, as usual, because there's a lot of people on my channel that are very, very defensive of this movie that's not even out yet, that doesn't even have a trailer out yet. They're so sure that because of the names that are involved with this project that it's going to be good, after all, because the last three were terrible, but this one will somehow be good. Okay, and I want to believe. I really want to believe that this movie will be good. And to prove to everybody that this movie's going to be good, the studio has Linda Hamilton out there shilling pretty hard for it. You know what I mean? It's kind of a shame because I love Linda Hamilton. I really do. I'm a big fan of her. You know, this news is coming out of CinemaCon from last week, of course. You know, this is the only things that we've heard about Terminator 6 since the infamous photo was conveniently leaked online. She seems to believe in the project, and I don't want to call Linda Hamilton a liar because I miss her. It's a shame that she took such a long break from the movies, you know, from show business. I miss her. You know, I'm glad that she's back. That's probably the one thing that has me excited about the movie, because I'm not even really all that excited about Arnold coming back because he did Genesis, and Genesis was... Oh, Genesis happened, okay? It wasn't Arnold's fault that it was a bad movie, but it wasn't enough is what I'm getting at. People are so convinced that this will be good that now it has expectations to live up to. If you go into stuff like this with no expectations, sometimes you can be surprised. But with what I have to ask people, though, with Terminator 6 is, are you a fan of the Terminator movies, or are you a fan of the brand? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm a fan of the movies, okay? I'm not a fan of the Terminator brand, all right? The Terminator movies, the way in which the story was told, the actors, the setting, the music, the tone, the action, the way the movie was edited, all of those things are what I'm a fan of, all right? The messages behind the movie, those are what I'm a fan of. If you're a fan of the brand, then maybe you like angry robots, maybe you like, you know, hearing that, maybe that's enough to get you going, all right? That's not what I'm all about. I'm about the movie, okay? I'm not about the brand, because they've had a chance to progress the story past Terminator 2 for several years, and yet nobody's been able to get it right. There's been, you know, hints of greatness here and there, but they never actually got it right. So I'm asking you, the audience, are you a fan of the movies or are you a fan of the brand? It's really important, all right? So anyways, I want you to think about that. We'll get a discussion going about that, but this is coming from Collider. Linda Hamilton calls Terminator Dark Fate a return to form for the franchise. Return to form to the first one or the second one? So last week at CinemaCon, Paramount Pictures finally unveiled the first footage from director Tim Miller's Terminator Dark Fate, and I was completely blown away by the scale and scope that was on display. In the 5 minutes shown during the convention, we got to see a few action scenes that left my jaw on the ground, with one of them featuring Linda Hamilton taking on two Terminators on a bridge, absolutely kicking their asses.
Trust me, if you were a fan of the first two James Cameron directed films, The Terminator and Terminator 2 Judgment Day, you're going to be very happy.
If you didn't know, Terminator Dark Fate actually takes place after Terminator 2 and will pretend the other sequels never happened. While that might confuse some, I don't care. The first two Terminators are miles better than every other Terminator film, and I'm beyond excited to see where Tim Miller and James Cameron take the story. Shortly before I got to see the footage at CinemaCon, I landed a few minutes on the red carpet with Linda Hamilton. She talked about why she agreed to return to the franchise, how she was apprehensive to say yes, why she loved working with Tim Miller, how she's never read a script so complex, and how she studied the preface to understand how the action was going to look, and more. Check out what she had to say in the player. We're not going to watch that, okay? So these were the questions. How Terminator takes place, how to decide to come back to franchise. Was it, oh God, I hate articles like this. Why can't you just print the news. Okay, so yeah, that went nowhere. I just wanted to read it online. I'm not going to watch all this video. You guys see that right here. You can go to Collider and check it out yourself. But all I know is she does seem to believe in the story, and or is it just the money? I don't know. I don't want to say something like that though, because like I said, I like and respect Linda Hamilton. I do. I don't want to say anything bad about her, but it does come off like, get off my screen, Collider pop-up window. But anyway, it does feel an awful lot like they're using her as a human shield for criticism here, and I hate it when studios do this. They want to hide behind so that they can say, well, if these critics are saying anything bad, then it's because they don't like women. You know, they're going to do something like that, and just shut up with that stuff, okay? All we all want is a good fucking movie, all right? If everything has to be a sequel or a prequel or a reboot, can you at least make it so it doesn't insult us? As far as the script being so complex, that could mean a couple of things. That could mean that it's a mess and it's all over the place. The first two Terminator movies are really not that complex as far as script goes. It was a very simple story. It was an awesome story, but it was a simple story that everybody can follow. I want you to keep that in mind, all right? And I do want to keep that question going. Are you a fan of the franchise? Are you a fan of the brand? Or are you a fan of the movies? All right? I've already told you I'm a fan of the movies. I'm not a fan of the franchise, all right? Because everything has to be a franchise now. So will this pull it off? Will this surprise us? I don't know. I am definitely 100% going to go see the movie. And I will make my own decisions based on. This will be the first Terminator movie that I've went to go see since T3. So I have no expectations because all of the other movies have let me down since Terminator 2. So we'll see what happens. Let's get a discussion going. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Share us around. Spread the news. Got some news that is coming up that I don't want to announce too soon until everything's all sealed and set in stone, but there is more to come. I am definitely back to work. I'm working on a Saturday because I haven't put out a lot of videos this week, and I apologize for that, but I am back on the ball. I do have a lot more company coming this month, so I'm going to have to kind of juggle it and get things here and out because I can't be keeping people up at night hollering into a microphone. Okay, so you guys have yourselves a groovy day. This is Groovinator signing out. Peace.